Hey there, intrepid mystery lovers. As of this episode, only 17 days are left in our fundraiser, and we still have a long way to go. So, if you want to help us bring you more Englewood After Dark, then check out the link in the description. If you want to check out a sneak peek of Season 2 to help you make that decision, we've dropped our pilot episode early for you, so check it out on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you regularly listen. Welcome to Englewood After Dark, Episode 22. That's an exorcism. Englewood After Dark is a serialized horror audio drama, and for the best experience, we recommend starting with Episode 1. Content warnings for this episode include supernatural happenings, dealing with an incel ghost, and intense violence.
Don't know why you're so worried about reports of suspicious cars, Sheriff.
In Englewood? Well, it's either paranoid student with an overactive imagination or literal aliens. No in between.
Sure, Sheriff.
Keep your eyes peeled, Deputy.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff? Everything all right?
Miss Dubois, everything is okay. Probably a nuisance call.
About the science building? Unlikely.
What do you mean by that?
You don't feel it.
Okay, then, Miss Dubois, maybe it's time to head home.
Watch your backs.
Thank you. Good night, Miss Dubois.
There's something not right about that gal.
Alright, come on, Daniels. Let's go.
Hey there, intrepid mystery lovers, and welcome back to another episode of Englewood After Dark. I'm your host, the wisecracker of the group who is definitely going to die first, Finn Nightingale, and joining me is my co-host final girl, Eve Pemberly.
We're also joined by that one guy who was an asshole all along, but redeemed himself through a final sacrifice, Chuck, and the kid who can see ghosts, October.
I see dead people.
These intros are becoming more unhinged as they go on, it seems.
I have learned to roll with the punches.
Speaking of punches,
Are you gonna hit us?
tonight October and Chuck are joining us to explain their brand new ghost fighting technique.
You make it sound like we're going to try and punch a ghost.
I mean, we did try that once. It did not work.
It feels like the process of trial and error for this must have been insane.
And you brought so many goodies.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man, don't touch that.
What? What did I do?
Don't touch the murder weapon, Finn.
Murder weapon?
We'll explain, but please don't touch. We don't know if it's safe.
Everything about this seems fucking terrible.
Hey, we developed a method of exercising reluctant spirits in only 2 weeks. Give us a break.
I didn't mean to.
It's fine. She hasn't been sleeping, so she's prickly.
Bite me.
I mean, if you're into that.
God, please stop.
For those lucky listeners joining us for the first time, welcome. We're currently in the midst of trying to figure out how to exercise a reluctant spirit.
A murderous spirit with a kill count of at least 8 people, and one who seems to be really enamored with Miss Pemberly here.
Just your typical straight boy who can't handle being rejected by a lesbian.
Can you really call a ghost typical?
Generic.
Our ghost's name is Lionel Wench, a man with a penchant for stabbing women way too many times.
Impotency is a bitch.
Which is why I assume we have the untouchable knife?
Precisely.
So, the plan?
All right, the plan. Okay, so we were talking about the missing weight last week, right?
The 21 grams missing after someone dies, yes.
Right. So, we did some intense research.
And discovered that October gains weight. Approximately 21 grams. When she channels a spirit during a séance.
Super interesting, right?
The metaphysical implications are wild. Ghosts have mass, apparently.
Horrifying.
So, we started to play around with the ritual, you know.
The séance ritual?
I'm seconding Eve's worried tone here. That does not sound good.
We used correct experimental procedures to make sure that she wouldn't get hurt.
What does that even mean?
It means get off of my ass, Pemberly. I wasn't going to let her hurt herself.
Also, not a kid. Been doing this longer than any of you guys. Give me a break.
Right. Sorry, October.
It's just Eve's natural state to be everyone's cranky mom.
We've already discussed how the song we used as part of the ritual is a translation from Japanese, right?
Right.
The children's game.
Yep. So, we started with Japan, since it seemed to have already yielded results.
Wait, what about the 21 grams?
It's all connected. Just let us get there.
We actually made the connection by accident. After October had finished the séance, I was very close to her face since it was just the two of us, and I heard her breathe out once the spirit left. But it was more than just regular breath. It's like something was leaving, escaping.
And we remembered the documents we had been reading. For New Year's every year, my mom would make toshikoshi soba. It's something Japanese people traditionally eat on New Year's. These really long noodles. Okay?
Okay.
Because in Japanese culture, you slurp noodles. So the long noodles of toshikoshi soba make you take in a really big breath.
The word for breath in Japanese is iki, and that's also the same word for life.
Which is why the toshikoshi soba is eaten on New Year's. It's because you have to take a long iki to eat them. So you're wishing for a long life. For as long as we've had civilizations, we've thought of breath as life. The ancient Greeks had the concept of pneuma, which meant both breath and spirit, or life.
There are even funerary rites from ancient Sumeria that say things like, "His wind has blown away," to show that someone had died.
Not to mention the many creation myths that describe gods breathing life into their creations.
Plus, the superstitions surrounding holding your breath while passing a graveyard so the dead don't get jealous of your life.
Seems like a stretch.
On its own, sure. But then Chuck noticed the breath out.
The iki escaping.
And that it coincided with me losing those 21 grams I had gained.
So we began to experiment.
And eventually, we developed a way to polish it to perfection.
You need something to represent the soul, which we already have, in the shape of the candle that October has been using this whole time.
Something to present the body.
What is that?
That, Lady Killjoy, is Lionel Wench's hair in a bag.
Oh. Ew.
How did you get your hands on that?
Oh yes, the serial killer black market is the backbone of the Inglewood weirdo community.
Oh, I remember finding that website. EnglewoodSerialMemorabilia.net, right?
Yep.
Eve wouldn't let me buy anything from it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
There wasn't much wench nonsense, but we did manage to find the hair.
I feel like I also don't want to know, but I'm compelled to ask. Who's the most popular creep?
You already know.
Your friend Ludwig Schmidt.
Oh, gross.
For those listeners who did not join us for the murder farm case, Ludwig Schmidt was a professor at Englewood who killed 3 young women and buried them in the farm out the back of campus.
You know, on second thoughts, I'm actually glad that I'm only being stalked by Lionel Wench. Schmitty was in a whole league of his own.
You mean if you had to pick one to be haunted by?
Like a fuck, marry, kill for murderous ghosts.
Well, we only need one more to play.
Touch wood. Can we not invite any more problems than we're already dealing with?
Right. October, you were saying?
Right. The third element to our plan is mind, which is a difficult thing to represent with a physical object.
Luckily, I remembered seeing one of Wench's journals in the Brotherhood's archives. So I went digging, which is when I found that and that.
Oh, God. Is that his journal?
And that really is his knife?
Yes and yes. The knife is mostly for you guys. The journal, though, that we can use.
Fuck this. Finn, don't you dare read that.
My intellectual curiosity will not be denied.
Finn, please, don't you get enough incel shit from Reddit?
Hey, my subreddits are clean and pure, thank you.
Finn.
Oh crap.
Yeah, I could have told you not to do that. Was it the bit about the smell of...
Shut the fuck up.
You know it's bad when he starts swearing.
Sorry, man.
Let me just.
You need a minute?
No, I'm good. October, go ahead.
Okay, so when we have those three aspects represented, the next thing to do is to stage a séance. We summon Wench here and bind him with his objects. Then we burn them to destroy his hold and force him to extinguish his own soul candle.
Oh, is that all?
I never said it would be easy. If it helps, the burning of those representative items will weaken his spirit.
But that won't be much better, will it? We already know Wench is much more powerful than any of the other ghosts we've encountered. This is gonna get nasty.
Yep. We will need to batten down the hatches to reduce debris and maintain our composure.
And then we have to make sure he blows out his own candle? How exactly?
We hold it to her face, so that when we force him out of her body, the force of the spirit leaving extinguishes the candle.
Wait, hold it to her face with what? All of our hands are busy.
Someone has to not be part of the circle so they can do the ritual burning.
Yeah, the last time someone interrupted a seance, they got thrown through the air.
Yes, I recall.
So you're volunteering?
It should be me, as I know best what I'm doing.
This is going to hurt.
Yup.
Probably a lot.
Yes, Finn?
Could we maybe move the knife from the immediate vicinity before we invite in a murderous ghost man with telekinetic abilities?
Now you're thinking with portals.
Might be a good idea.
We'll be back after this short commercial break.
I can't believe you guys have roped me into this bullshit.
Just read the copy, Seb.
Why can't you do this?
It's literally your thing. You asked us to advertise.
Yeah, and so I assumed you would do the advertising for me.
Just read the copy, Seb.
Fine. Hello, Englewood Dart. Okay, yeah, fuck the copy. I am not reading this. Listen up, losers. There's a charity hackathon for Greenpeace this Saturday. We're looking to develop technological solutions to protect the oceans. So, come on down to the labs and hang out for 24 hours and put your skills to the test. We're being sponsored by E-Nomad, Nolan Frisk's company, so there's that. Okay, that's it.
What time does it start?
Oh, right, 9 a.m.
Is there a place they can find more information?
Right. You can go to the university blog for more info.
Great.
Please tell me you guys are going to re-record this when I leave.
Probably gonna have to.
Welcome back, dear listeners. After taking a moment to recover from seeing Lionel's writings, seriously, what the hell? Anyways, we've set up all of the candles and are just going through Chuck's safety checklist.
Which he requires your full attention to go through, Finn.
Hold on, I'm just...
Your listeners aren't jumping into an episode in the middle. You don't need to hold their hand.
Jeez, grumpy much?
Last time a seance was held here, I was hurled across a room into a wall. How about you?
Eve popped her arm out of its socket like a Barbie doll losing a leg. Does that count?
Gross, Finn. Don't put it like that.
Please, and thank you.
Point taken, but now I'm in the center of the circle again, and we're adding more fire and more serial killers into the mix, so excuse me if I'm taking this just a bit more seriously.
You know, I hate to side with Chuck, but as I'll be holding hands with October while she's possessed by the man who's been trying to stab me.
Right, sorry, focusing.
Wonderful. So, first things first. Have we detached or covered the smoke detector?
That's your idea of safety?
Well, it's going to go off soon after I light the hair on fire. What happens if it takes longer than expected or something goes wrong? We want firefighters crashing in here, breaking the circle as they try to drag us to safety?
Alright, yes, fine. Finn, could you take care of that? Also, please cut this checklist out of the final cut.
Sure thing.
Please don't stand on a rolling chair.
I mean, it's far from the most dangerous thing we're doing today. I'll be fine.
Next, fire extinguisher.
Check.
Have all non-essential items been removed from the room? Don't need it tossing around debris.
Yeah, we can pile the rest on the rolling chair when Finn is done and wheel it out.
Wonderful. Now, I have a pot with a lid to hold the fire. Once the candle has been blown out, it should be a simple matter of just covering it up.
Anything else?
Well, there's something I'd like to suggest, but you're not going to like it.
Chuck, we're not doing that.
Doing what?
Well, we know that Wench is strong, excessive stab wounds and all that. Even October's mother was able to hurl me across a room, and this is bound to be worse. If Wench takes control of October's limbs at any point, there's a good chance he'll break free.
For the last time, Chuck, we are not duct taping Eve to her stalker.
Excuse me?
Wench breaking from the circle and fully possessing you is the absolute worst case scenario. We should take as many preventative measures against it as possible.
Really? Because I'd say all of us dying in a fire caused by a flailing ghost trying to get free is the worst case scenario.
It would certainly be regrettable, but more dangerous than that sociopath running around wearing you like a costume? Ugh. At least in the fire scenario, Wench is stuck as a ghost. I say we leave it to the two taking the risk.
You don't have to.
Well, it's up to you, Eve.
Fucking fine. Finn, gather the rest of the shit and put it outside while Chuck starts taping.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just get on with it.
Anything else?
We're going to lock the door, but that's about it. Come sit down. Now, no matter what happens in this ritual, just hang on and trust that we know what we're doing. Everyone ready?
As I'll ever be.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Kagome, Kagome, the bird in the cage, the bird in the cage. When, oh, when will it come out?
October, are you okay?
Oh, I'm just fine.
You don't sound fine.
Oh, little birdie. So beautiful. Always flying just out of my reach.
Oh, fuck.
Chuck, whatever you're doing, do it now.
May the thing beyond time confound your plans. May the being that slumbers cover your face. May he who does not die send you away.
And yet you tethered yourself to me willingly. Is this an apology?
Whatever you're doing, do it faster.
Or is it possible that my little birdie longed for my cage? Well, I can definitely...
All right, that's enough of that.
His physical self is bound.
How can you even tell?
Christ, you fucking cannibal, let go!
Do not interrupt.
May the founding four seal away your vitality, your
what are you
soul,
doing?
and
I
your
feel-
essence.
Is that my journal?
Mental self is bound.
No. No. What are you?
Be abjured by the heavens. Be abjured by the earth. Be abjured from the body of October Jones. Be abjured, Lionel Wench. You are banished, torn out, sent away. Do not turn back again.
Chuck!
Wench! Why are you focusing on these guys? Huh? You got me tied up in front of you. You just gonna let these two ruin your fun?
What?
Or are you all talk? the matter? Got completion anxiety? You a bitch boy? Little baby bitch boy?
Oh. You little...
I am the exorcist of the fault line. I abjure you. Do not look behind you.
Shit! Chuck, are you okay?
No, I'm not fucking okay.
Worry later. Put fire out now.
The candles are in the fire. If I extinguish them by accident and Wench escapes, this was all pointless.
Keep her away from the fire.
Get the candle! The crane and the turtle slipped away. Cut away!
Put it out.
Trying. Can't.
And all right, got my phone. We're live again, on the air.
Thanks, Finn. I guess the... Shit. Even the stereo too? Come on. Every circuit on the side of the room is fried.
Yeesh, how much damage are we looking at?
2 microphones are down, the stereo is cooked, Chuck and my phones are, well, burnt.
Ah, crud.
God, I hope these microphones aren't expensive. Professor Hannessy's gonna kill us.
But hey, at least we kicked Wench right in his ghost teeth. Exorcism complete. We won.
I'm glad someone is enthusiastic. Ow. After being thrown around yet again. I'd appreciate it if you also took this victory to heart, Pemberly.
Well, apologies if I... Sorry, you're right. I'm just exhausted after all of this.
It's okay now. We did it, you guys. We did it. It's over. You can have your room back.
We did it. Holy shit, we really did it.
Heck yeah, we did it. We fought a ghost and won.
Now that's more like it. And you're welcome, by the way. Eve?
Oh, she's fine. She's just having some floor time right now. Can't blame her with everything she's been through.
Fair, I suppose. Even I'm shocked by what just happened.
Me too, actually. I can't understate just how significant this is. This is entirely new territory.
Ghostbusters.
I suppose I can't fault your entrepreneurial spirit. What do you think, October?
Right now, I barely feel up to getting out of my chair. Maybe ask me tomorrow once I've decompressed. We should celebrate. Not tonight. I think we're all worn out. But it would be nice to have our own little party.
Ghost slaying victory party? Now you're speaking my language.
What do you even do for a ghost slaying party?
I don't know, themed games maybe. Pin the tail on the ghost donkey?
As if I'm trusting you, blindfolded and with sharp objects. Hey, speaking of sharp objects, where's the knife?
Oh, I put it on the wheelie chair out.
Maybe it was?
It's gone? What the fuck?
Maybe it vanished with Wench?
That raises many questions and violates several laws of physics, but sure. The ghost knife vanished with the ghost, I guess.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Oh, that's mine. Over on the countertop, could someone grab that?
I'll get it. Caller ID says... Wait, that's Carmen's number. Carmen?
Eve? Did you guys do something? Because everything went really weird in the science building, and I need someone here right now.
Shit, I'll be right over. Hang tight. Finn, something's happened in the science building?
Yeah, already got my coat on. Chuck, you got October?
I'll stay here with her. You investigate.
Thanks, dude. Counting on you. dude. Counting on you.
That was very sudden.
Yeah, I hope they'll be okay. But they've already fought a ghost today. It's hopefully just a side effect from Wench's passing. So this might just be him vacating the premises very, spectacularly.
One can only hope. So...
Chuck, are you gonna try and kiss me now?
No,
Because,
no,
dude.
nothing like that.
Okay, sorry. So, what's up, Chuck?
Please don't say it like that.
Okay, what's down, Chuck?
Well, with this wench business finally put to rest, I actually have a bit of a request of my own.
Oh, for me or for everyone?
For you, specifically. For your talents.
Buy a girl dinner first.
Ugh.
In all seriousness, you can definitely ask. The worst I can say is no, but you've been cool so far. You know, for an ex-cultist. What can I help you with?
This isn't easy for me to go into, but I need to talk with someone's spirit. But of course, I can't do that on my own. I need someone like you to connect me. To open that door to...
Chuck! You... When did you...
You just finished listening to Englewood After Dark, Episode 22. Remember to check out the link in the description for our Indiegogo campaign if you haven't already. We're really excited about Season 2 and would love to be able to continue with the Englewood After Dark series. If you'd like to support us in other ways, please drop a like or comment on your listening app of choice. Or check out our community Discord server to connect with other Englewood listeners. Link in the description. This episode starred Dennis Ortman as Finn Nightingale, Hannah Brown as Eve Pemberly, Angie Min as October Jones, Ostie Hobbs as Charles Huntington III, or Chuck, C.J. Macaulay as Sebastian Westwick, Mars Dizon as Carmen Ferran, Eli Labat-Angstadt as Lionel Wench, Sam Goguen as Pugh-Bevans, Nahla Campbell as Deputy Daniels, and Rachel Schumacher as Valerie. Written and sound designed by Hannah Brown, Dennis Ortman, and A. Rose. Special thanks to the talented Athan for our on-air music and Nicholas Gasparini for the opening theme.